everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I'm going to be trying another one of the Kiara Sky Jelly Tip Starter Kits. I have tried one of these in the past, but I wanted to try a different nail length. Now, of course, if you have already purchased this kit and you just want to get other nail tips, you can just purchase the nail tips. You don't have to repurchase the entire kit. And basically all I did was got another tip size and put everything together back into the kit just to show you guys if you weren't wanting to purchase the whole starter kit, this is everything that you will get. So this time I decided to go with the short Coffin. For my previous time of trying these, I did try the long Coffin. I absolutely loved this Jelly Tip starter kit from Kiara Sky, but a lot of you guys have been recently asking me to do shorter or try shorter jelly tips. So I am actually very excited for this. I'm going to start by just showing everything that is included in this jelly tip starter kit. First of all, I do want to mention I love this packaging. I think that Kiara Sky has some of the cutest packaging ever, and I just really love the effort and the detail that goes into the packaging. Here's what the back of the box looks like. You can pause to read if you would like, but this is just a short little paragraph, and basically this paragraph just kind of sums everything up about the jelly tips. The easiest nail extensions at your fingertips. Kiara Sky's Soak Off Jelly Tips are pre-shaped and ready to go, which is one reason why I really love doing gel extensions, Gel X nails. Having those pre-shaped full cover nail tips that already have the strength, the structure, the apex, and they're already pre-shaped, it just makes applying your nails at home super easy. It also says XOXO Kiara Sky, and we also have some instructions on the back of the box as well, with pictures step by step and also a little instructional paragraph. But inside there is an instruction manual that goes further more in depth and really explains how to do these nails at home. It also shows that it includes everything, and something I really liked is that this was actually made in the USA, so I think that is very nice that you are getting products made from the USA instead of something made in China or something like that. I do know that some people like to specifically get things that are only made in the USA, so I did just want to go ahead and point that out. So opening up the box, it's kind of just like a slide. The one box, you just pull it out of the other, and then all of the items are just intact in this little plastic piece here. So I just pulled out the nail tips. Underneath that was the instruction guide, and then we have the 4 liquids, which I will talk more about in a minute here. But everything is super secure in the packaging. Another thing that I really like, again, the attention to detail is totally there, and I love that so much. So here is the instruction guide. The Kiara Sky instruction guides, whether you're getting a dip kit, an acrylic kit, or this jelly tip starter kit here, they always go so far in depth. You get the pictures, it has the prep steps on the other side here. It shows not included but needed. It also shows everything that is included in this kit. And then just take a look at how in-depth these instructions are. We have the pictures step by step, and then we have the little paragraphs as well, just explaining each step. I love that so much, and I feel like it can be extremely helpful for any beginner. On the back here, it also shows some of their shapes. We have the coffin, stiletto, almond, square, and then there are also different lengths as well. Now let's go ahead and take a look at these liquids. So they are all 15 ml, so they are full sized. The first one here is the prep. It is also labeled with step number 1. That way you know that this is step number 1. You apply this before anything, and basically that is your dehydrator, which will dehydrate your nails. Step number 2 is the primer, and that is going to help adhere your nails better, make them last longer, and it will just help everything bond together. Step number 3, which is the builder, which you can use as your base coat and what you will be using to actually adhere the nails. And finally, step number 4 is the glossy top coat. So now let's go ahead and just take a look at these nail tips. I was very, very excited because usually I don't go for short nails. If there is an option for long, generally I always get the long just because I like longer nails. If I ever want them to be short, I can cut them down. But I decided to just pick up these short ones. You guys have been asking me, and I want to give you guys the content that you like to watch or things that you want to see me try or use. So I did decide to go ahead and get these short Coffin. There are 500 gel nail tips, and there are also 10 different sizes ranging from size 0 to size 9. This one here that I am showing is a size 0. I did want to go ahead and compare the short Coffin to the long Coffin. That way you guys can just take a look if you don't have either of these, or if you have the shorter ones or the longer ones, but you want to decide whether or not you should get both of them. Here is the difference. So if you do get the longer Coffin, you can cut it down and pretty much get the same exact shape as the shorter Coffin. But of course, if you get the short Coffin and you like doing short nails, you don't really have to worry about that. But there is no way of adding length if you want to get these shorter. So again, definitely a personal opinion. The Kiara Sky logo is at the cuticle area of these nail tips, which I don't know, for some reason, it's the tiny details that matter. I love that so, so much. The cuticle area is also thinner and a lot more flexible, very good quality, and near the free edge of the nail, it is thicker and sturdier, harder to bend. Honestly, the quality of these nail tips are totally there. I love them so much. And personally, I thought the nail shape and length was very suitable, and I thought they looked really nice on me. If you want some shorter nails, I feel like these ones are definitely the ones to get. I think they just look so good, and I really like the shape, honestly. So I just wanted to compare the largest and the smallest size. Personally, I thought these nail tips were pretty good overall. They did seem to have a wider nail bed, which is good for people with wider or larger nails. But one thing I did notice is that if you do have a longer nail bed, it may be a little bit challenging because the nail tips are shorter. So I feel like these nail tips are probably best for someone with a shorter nail bed or someone with more of a mid-sized nail bed. That way you don't see your natural nail and you can actually find the tips to fit you properly. I hope that all makes sense, but I did just want to mention that. And the last thing included in this gel tip starter kit is actually the Beyond Pro Flash Cure Sensor Mini Lamp. On the back of the box, it shows the features. It is acetone resistant and a few other things there. You could pause to read that if you did want to read the back. We also have the Kiara Sky logo and Kiara Sky on the sides of the box. This is also a magnetic box, which I really like. Again, the detail, I just love it so much. We have the We Got You Covered card, the instructions for the nail lamp, and this nail lamp includes a block, which is so freaking amazing. I really don't need a block because I do have a USB outlet on my desk, but I do know sometimes when you're getting these lamps, they seem to never, ever, ever come with a block. So it is nice when you do find a nail lamp that does have that block. So the USB just gets plugged into the block. You will plug that into an outlet, and then the Type-C cord gets plugged in to the back of the mini lamp. I did not plug it in yet, just so you are aware. I wanted to show the nail lamp a little bit. I really like the design of it. It has Beyond Pro on one side and then the Kiara Sky on the other. The back is just where you plug it in. On the top, it has the KS logo, and then it has like a very pretty, nice cutout, kind of like their larger nail lamps and nail drill. There are 2 bulbs in this nail lamp. On the bottom, it shares a little bit of information about the actual nail lamp and power stuff, type like that kind of thing. And then it also has some non-slip pads on the bottom as well. So this one is the Flash Cure Sensor nail lamp. So this is their newer mini lamp. So when you do put your finger under there and you lay it down, the light is going to turn on automatically. You don't have to worry about pushing any type of button, but the only downfall is that the nail lamp does not turn off until the 60-second timer is complete. So to be able to turn the nail lamp off, you will either have to let it sit through the 60-second timer, or you will have to unplug it for it to turn off, which I personally do not really like that, but it's okay. Overall, everything else in this kit is super awesome, and I did just share a quick little look at everything, and now we are ready to do some nails. So I went ahead and sized out my nails off camera just because I do feel it's a little bit easier. That way I can just make sure they fit perfectly. For the nail tips, I did feel that they had a wider fit, so I feel they are good for people with wider nail beds, but somebody with a longer nail bed, again, I feel like you can run into problems just because they are shorter nail tips. So I feel like the only safe route with that would be to get the long Coffin, and then you would be able to cut them down to the shorter length that you want, but still be able to get it fitting on your longer nail bed. I hope that all makes sense. I know it can seem very confusing. But now let's go ahead and jump into some quick nail prep. So when you are doing gel extensions, you do really want to go in and make sure you are going fully in depth with your nail prep, especially if you want the longevity of your nails and you want to wear them for as long as you possibly can. So I like to first start off with a cuticle pusher and use the opposite end to scrape up any of that dead cuticle. Of course, if you do not do your nails every day like me, which probably you do not, you more than likely will need to go in some more with cuticle cutters or a cuticle ball bit to further remove any of that dead cuticle. The next step is to file away the shine from your natural nails. I did go ahead and skip over this step. As you guys know, I'm not actually going to be leaving these nails on, but for educational purposes, I do still like to show this. You can use a buffer, a hand file, or even a fine grit sanding band and just gently take that over your nail plate to remove your natural shine, and that would just help to create a better bonding surface and kind of like just etch the surface of your nail so that the nails do last and no lifting occurs. So after that, you just want to remove any and all of the nail dust. Something I want to mention that I don't generally mention is do not wash your hands once you are starting to do your nails, because that can be causing your nails to lift or them not lasting as long. We really want our nail plate to be super dry. That is the reason why we go in with dehydrator, because that is going to dehydrate, remove any excess oils. After that is dried, you then go in with step number 2, which is the primer. Apply a coat of that. If you are struggling with lifting, a quick tip is to apply 2 coats of primer, and that could definitely help your situation a lot, just to create a better or more of a stronger bonding and between the bondage of your natural nail and the nail tip. So after I had applied the primer, I am now going in with step number 3, which is the builder, and I'm going to be applying a layer of this to all of the nails to act as my base coat, and then I will go into my larger Kiara Sky Beyond Pro rechargeable nail lamp and do a full 30-second cure. While I am finishing that up, I do quickly want to mention that I do have a discount code with Kiara Sky. I'll go ahead and pop that up on screen. It is NAILEDBYBRANDI10, and it can save you 10% off all of your Kiara Sky purchases, and I will be leaving that down below in the description box as well. But now we have the nail tips. So when you are sizing out your nail tips, you know you want it to fit from sidewall to sidewall, perfectly around the cuticle. If it does not, go in with a hand file, do any shaping if necessary, because you really want those nail tips to fit you perfectly. They are fully customizable, and definitely customize them if they are not fitting you. You don't want them to be overhanging on your skin. You want it to perfectly fit your nail plate. So I just went ahead and did all of that off camera, and now I am ready to apply these. So again, I'm using step number 3, which is the builder, and I'm applying some of that to the nail tip. And let me just tell you guys, I struggled quite a bit when I was applying these nail tips, just because I am not at all used to doing very short nails like this. I know that this length is probably suitable for most people. Most of you guys probably like wearing shorter nails like this, and don't get me wrong, I absolutely love them. I love how the shorter nails look, but it can become a little bit more difficult when applying your gel extensions or your jelly tips when they are a lot shorter like this, just because you don't really have much to hold on to. And I was definitely struggling a little bit. But really, I didn't notice anything different from doing shorter nail tips or using longer nail tips. I felt like everything was the exact same. I applied the product into the nail tip like I usually do, just estimating how much product I need and adding a little bit more near the cuticle. I then placed the nail down at the cuticle area of my natural nail, slowly lowering it at a 45-degree angle until all of the gel has covered my entire natural nail and has reached the free edge. I then hold the nail tip in place. I do a quick 5-second cure. I pull the nail back out to make sure it is all straight and there is no gel. If any gel is there, I will go ahead and clean that up, and then I just go back in and do a 15-second cure. So completely, I do a 20-second flash cure, and then once all of the nails are applied, I will go into my larger nail lamp and do a full 30-second cure just to make sure everything is fully cured. And that is pretty much the process. I know if you guys are true supporters and you have been watching every single one of my videos, you probably know this process like the back of your hand. It's probably so easy to follow by now, but if you do not, just keep watching. Check out my other gel extensions videos, and do not give up. That's something I will tell you guys, and I stand by that. When you are doing your own nails at home and you try it for the first time, or you try something new and you struggle and struggle, but everybody you're watching on YouTube is making it look super easy, do not give up. Just keep trying. I mean, even if your nails popping off, if they keep popping off and you can't get a nail set to last you 3+ weeks, again, don't give up. Just keep trying at it. Go in with some different prep steps and just do what works best for you. So after all of the nails were fully cured, I'm now going in with some quick filing. These nail tips are not pre-buffed, but they are pre-shaped, so that's honestly the best thing. So I did just take a 100 grit hand file and crisp up the free edge and just make sure I really liked the shape of the nails. I am now going in with a 5-in-1 drill bit, and along with my Kiara Sky e-file. Both the e-file and the drill bit is also from Kiara Sky, and I am just using this to seal in the cuticle. I will also be trying the acetone TikTok nail hack for sealing in the cuticle. Now, of course, this method may be around for a long time, but it is new to me. I saw it on TikTok, and I will be showing that in a minute here. But first, I am going in with my regular filing and buffing. After I'm finished using this drill bit to seal in the cuticle and remove any of the product spillage, I will go ahead and take my buffer and buff all of the nails to remove the shiny surface. After I was all finished, I did go ahead and brush away all of the dust, and now I'm going to be trying the TikTok nail hack on how to flush your Gel X tips using acetone. So I'll go ahead and pop the TikTok up on screen that I saw the person doing this. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce the ad. I'm not sure if you read it out letters or if there is a proper way to say it, but it is YUU Amy. So I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't really know, but I'll go ahead and pop that up on screen so you can see the actual TikTok that I saw doing this. When I saw it, I thought it was very interesting because I hadn't saw anything like this. So I thought it would be super cool to give it a try. Let me know down below in the description box if this is new to you or if you have already been doing this. It is definitely new to me. I've been doing Gel X nails for quite some time now, and I have never tried this. So basically, you will just take some acetone, pour some out into a dampened dish, and then you will use a brush, preferably one that you don't use or one that's already frayed, because you don't really want to be dipping your nail art brushes in acetone because it can ruin them and it can fray them. So I would recommend using one that's already frayed or one you don't use so often, and you would just dip that into the acetone. You really don't want a lot of acetone on your brush. You want to use a very small amount of acetone. And basically what this is doing is slightly melting the soft gel nail tip and really sealing it, blending it, and flushing it to your cuticles, giving that super seamless and flawless look. And honestly, I really like this. I didn't really feel it was necessary because I feel like I do pretty good most times just using an e-file, that 5-in-1 drill bit. It is a dream to use when you're sealing in your cuticles. So I couldn't really tell a major difference, but once I do show you how the nails looked, I feel like if you are struggling with sealing in your nails, try this TikTok nail hack now. I feel like it definitely can change the game and it can be really helpful and really good. Again, this is my first time trying it, so I don't know how good it is, but I would say keep in mind, don't use a lot of acetone. You don't want to soak off the nail tip. You just kind of want to slightly melt it to just have that seamless look to it. And you can see here, it looks so flawless, so freaking amazing. I really love this hack, and I think it is definitely worth a try, and it can be super helpful. Even if you don't have an e-file, I think this can be a super helpful hack for that type of situation. But once I was all finished with that, I am now going to be going in with my base color. I believe this one was Cheeky, and I am going to be applying this to all of the nails. The Kiara Sky gel polish, something that I have mentioned in the past, it is a thinner gel polish. I know some people have a preference where they really like using a thinner gel versus a thicker gel. So if you are one of those types of people, Kiara Sky gel polish is a lot thinner than most other gel polishes, but I do find that it is still really pigmented. This specific color that I chose to use today is more of a milky nude, and it does have more of a transparent look to it, but I really like this nude. I did go in with 2 coats of this, curing for 30 seconds in between each coat, and now I am going to be doing some fun summery nail art using some of these Gel Art glow liners. These are also from Kiara Sky as well. All of the products that I am using I will be linking down below in the description box in case you want to check something out or purchase anything. So all of the links will be down below, along with any discount codes that I may have. But I am kind of just going to do another abstract nail set. For each of the nails, I will be using 2 colors of the gel liners, and I will be doing some sort of like design outline at the top of the nail and also on the bottom of the nail. You'll see what I'm talking about once I get started in this process here. I did go ahead and leave all of this in real time just because I didn't want to totally skip out on the nail art. I feel like this is something that it can be achieved by a beginner, super beginner friendly, and you kind of just go crazy and do an outline of where you want your abstract shape to be, and then you just fill it in, you do a cure and move on to the next color. This is also great for spring. We have summer coming, so I think this was a very cute look. And you can see here, I just did my pink. For each of the colors, I think I cured for about 20 to 30 seconds before moving on to the second color. And then I just did the second color, repeated the same thing, did a 20 to 30 second cure, and moved on to the next nail. These glow gel liners, I am obsessed with them. They are so neon, so bright. I need to get the 6 other colors ASAP. I really want the black and the white just because I feel like those are very popular colors, but they glow, so I want those so bad. So I will probably be picking up those 6 other colors to add to my collection, but I'm just going to go ahead and let this play out because there really isn't much for me to talk about. I'm just doing the outline and then filling everything in, doing my cures, and moving on to the next color. Once I was complete with all of the nail art, I was obsessed with the nails. I loved how bright and colorful and fun they were looking, very abstract. I loved them, giving off super neon and 80s. I was loving it. So I am now taking the top coat, which is step number 4, and I'm going to be applying this to all of the nails. I really like this top coat. It is a little bit runnier than the actual like non-wipe top coat from Kiara Sky in my opinion, but it is still a very thick top coat. It gives a glossy finish and I do really enjoy using it. So I went ahead, applied that to all of the nails. I then cured for 30 seconds. Here's how everything is looking. I did my thumb off camera as an Instagram reel if you want to see that video, which is basically just a shorter tutorial video over on my Instagram. You can follow me over there at NAILEDBYBRANDI. I am now going to be applying my cuticle oil, which is my absolute favorite cuticle oil, the rose scent from Kiara Sky. It smells so, so good. I love it. I went ahead, applied that to my cuticles, rubbed that in to nourish them, and of course, like I always say, top off the nail set. And here is the finished look of these nails. I love the length. I did not want to take these nails off just because I love how short they are. It's almost like my natural nails, but just obviously a lot longer and shaped better, but they were so cute. I loved the nude base. It kind of made the nails look a little bit more natural, like they are natural nails. And I just thought the overall outcome of the nail art turned out very nice, and I was loving them. Let me know if you have ever tried the jelly tips from Kiara Sky or the overall jelly tip starter kit. I feel like the builder gel from this starter kit, you can also purchase it separately, by the way. It is a very good thick consistency. I really like it. It's easy to work with. And if you are struggling with your nails bending or breaking, I would also recommend, before going in with any color on your nails, applying a layer of that builder to all of your nails and then going in with your color. That can definitely help to strengthen up the nails. But here are just really the finishing end shots of the nails. Again, I couldn't get over how bright and neon these colors were. I think it is a very cute nail set. One question that I do want to address, because I do see it very frequently on some of my Gel X tutorial videos, is can I do the design on the nails before actually applying them? And honestly, it all depends, because you need the nail to be clear or transparent to be able to cure the gel fully. So for something like this, because I have that pigmented gel where the nail is going to have to cure to my natural nail, it just isn't going to work out. But if you do something like a French tip, you draw that on first and then you apply your nails, it should be able to work, just as long as wherever you're applying the gel to your natural nail, if that part is clear or transparent and the gel can cure fully, then it should work the way you want it to, and you should be able to do a design before actually applying the nail tips. So I know that the video is ending, but I wanted to mention just something about that. But I really hope that you guys did enjoy the video. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.